I looked over things, and we need to build a big soybean roaster. This here is a U-trough type soybean roaster. I'm going to give you some x-ray view in it here shortly. Just give you an idea. Instead of a pipe, this would be a U-trough, because in the patents it says heating medium circling the auger or around the auger. So we would not have it around, we would just have a U-trough. So we'd have an 18-inch U-trough with a 24-inch U-trough on the outside of it with oil in between the two, and then a cover on it and insulation over the whole thing. So then out here at the end, this top would be the same because there's no oil on the top, and then this out here would not have the oil jacket, it would just have the insulation. The oil jacket would stop 10 foot in. So we would hold significantly more beans in process because of the U-trough style and because of the 18-inch auger versus the 12-inch auger that is in the existing roasters. So we would stick with the 30-foot long unit, but we would have a U-trough design right there, and we would have, instead of a continuous helicoil flighting, which is described in the patents, we would have a, I have here, it's like flat steel on here, a mixing auger, but I would buy an actual mixing auger. Not, you don't want to build something like this, you'd have too much labor. You want to buy an 18-inch mixing auger to go in here, and then you want to add the Teflon on it to keep it from metal on metal, to prevent metal on metal, and to keep it off the surface, and to scrape the surface to keep the surface clean. So that is what I'm coming up with. So if we go here, that don't give us what I want. We want X-ray. Okay, this will do a little better. So now, get a little better view of what's going on here. Not sure if that tells you what you need to know. We will give a little more details here. Here it's wireframe. So that is what I've come up with. With the mixing auger design, we could keep this probably level or real close to level, and we would be able to keep a, if we would incline this at all with it being the U-trough style, we would end up with a very full, like lots of capacity in here. So we would have our heating elements right in the tail end here, right in this jacket right here, the same as Diltz Wetzel does. Their patents don't show it that way, but it's how their new ones have it. And we would put our heating elements in here, and we would probably have to have 1 or 2 more heating elements of the 6 kW heating elements than what Diltz Wetzel has. The one thing we do want to look at on this is what for insulation they're using, what their high temp Teflon is, and what their oil is. Those 3 things we really need to find out, and probably some heating elements also, just to find out what they're using as heating elements. And because they don't have that patented on what those components are, just the unit that going with the U-trough, and this the non-continuous flighting, the different things, it would be, I believe we would get around the patent pretty much. So yeah, that's my thoughts. That's how I think we ought to do it, and let me know if you think it's worth it.